Hello, my name is Karina Juarez, and I teach drawing and painting. I'm going to start out by giving you my contact information. So Remind is my preferred method. It's a texting app for parents, teachers, and students. You can join now by texting at EH6F82 to 81010. Or if you already have the Remind app, you can just put in that code. Or you can also join by going to remind.com. And if you don't have a cell phone, or if your student doesn't have a cell phone, that would be the way to join. If your student doesn't have a cell phone, they can still get my messages forwarded to their email by joining on the website. My email is cojuarez@kern.org. So drawing and painting will meet once a week on Zoom. So that's a web telecommunication app, and we're using it for all the classes. So we'll meet Wednesday's third period, which is 11:30 to 12:30. And then, move my head out of the way here. We'll also have tutoring on Thursdays. So I have an open session 10:15 to 12:15, so they can pop in and ask a question or two. If they missed Zoom instruction, they might want to schedule like an individual appointment if they know they're going to need more help. For this class, students will need a sketchbook. The one I recommend is a 7x10 or around that size, could be a little bit bigger, mixed media sketchbook. Mixed media is thicker paper so that they can not only draw on it, but paint on it as well. And if you have drawing paper, watercolor paper, and you would just like them to use that, that's fine. I usually like the sketchbook when we're on campus because that's just one thing for them to grab and it has all their work in it. So it's up to you, really. Pencils, regular pencil is fine. Not a mechanical pencil though, but like a regular number 2 pencil is fine. Or if you want to use drawing pencils, you can. But you will need a white eraser because that pink eraser usually leaves a mark. They'll need an ultrafine Sharpie marker or another drawing marker, just like a fine tip black marker. Colored markers, colored pencils, and watercolor paint. And you can go super cheap with these. We're just learning, so any brand is fine. Some of the websites and apps we'll use are Google Classroom. That's going to be our main hub where I'll post the weekly agenda, announcements, assignments, videos. Zoom is where we will do our direct instruction and have our tutoring. Flipgrid is a video discussion platform, and I'll ask students about every other week to share a piece of artwork that they've done for the class that they're proud of. That way that the students can see each other's work. Quizlet is for vocabulary. So this class does not have a textbook, but I will be going over vocabulary in our lectures, and I'll post that also on Quizlet so they can study those for quizzes and tests. Remind we discussed. Aries is our online gradebook. So you will share an account with your student, and you guys can both check in regularly. So speaking of grades, 60% of their grade will be from their artwork. The art analysis is a weekly assignment that I will go over in a minute here, but that's 15%. We'll have quizzes and tests only occasionally, so that's why it's only 10%. Flipgrid videos will be 10%. And we'll have a final project at the end of the semester that will be worth 5%. So please just try to have your student turn things in on time. Check the agenda for due dates. Usually they're going to be turning in their artwork that they've done at the end of the week. Okay, I am going to go to Google Classroom now. So your student will see pretty much it will look like this on their end, a little bit different for me, but when they go in, they'll be in the stream. That's kind of just everything that's posted all in one area, but they'll want to go to classwork. And that's where they're going to see each week all the links that they need, all the assignments. But also I'll have something here, class info and resources. Close that. So an important thing is the syllabus. So that's all the information I just gave you and some, because it has all the technology codes, how to join Remind, how to join Google Classroom, how to join Flipgrid, things like that. The agendas, I'm going to show you week 2 because week 1's pretty basic, just joining technology. So week 2, this is what their agenda will look like each week. So the date has my info. And then on the right column here is what they need to do each day, either in their sketchbook or on Google Classroom. So we have class on Wednesdays. Here's the topic, which is going to be the intro for our class. And then over here, they'll have some art assignments to do. And then when they get to Monday and Tuesday, it will always be art analysis, which is really 2 parts. Monday, they'll look at a work of art. So I'll have a link to a website for a museum. And they'll look at a specific work of art and they'll recreate it in their sketchbook. And then the next day on Tuesday, they're going to fill out this art analysis template. And I'm going to show you that now. So I have a sample one here that a student did last year. And they received full points for this. So I put this up for the students to look at. So this was the work of art that was linked. So I just included it here. But they have this template here. So there's 5 parts. The first one is general information. This is just pretty much a list of who's the artist, what's the title, what's the date, where is it now. The medium means what type of art is it? Is it oil paint, charcoal? And then what's the size? The description is just telling me what is it? What is this a painting of, or what is it a drawing of? Describing it like to someone that couldn't see it. And this is probably just going to be about 2 sentences, 2 or 3 sentences, complete sentences. This one is where they're going to get the most points, form. And that's where they're going to talk about how the artist used the elements of art. And that elements of art is pretty much what we're learning about all semester. So those are the tools of the artist: line, shape, color, form, value, texture. So they'll get better at this part as the year goes on and we learn more and more about those elements. But it does have a 5-sentence minimum on this one. Interpretation is, what do you think the artist is trying to say? What's the purpose of the artwork? And then evaluation, finally, is their opinion. So you can kind of see the length here, what I'm expecting. It's not too crazy, but I would like them to use complete sentences. Okay. So that is all I have. If you have any further questions, please send me a remind or an email. Thank you.